Yeah, happy that we had a better second half performance in the game. I thought we came out a little flat. I thought the game was very physical. And I don't think we matched the intensity early on. And I thought the first 4 minutes of the second half were an important part of how the game finished. And I thought we did a good job getting on the glass in the second half, taking care of the ball in the second half, things that we didn't do in the first half. So obviously happy to come away with the win. Then we've got to get ready now, a quick turnaround for a game on Sunday.
Questions for Aliyyah and Aliyyah?
Aliyyah, a little bit of foul trouble there early. How hard was it to sit and not really be able to have an impact on the game in the first half?
It wasn't really hard, but I knew my teammates would come out and still play, even if I wasn't in there. So they did a good job without me. But I still was on the bench cheering, and I never had an attitude at the point. So it's just based on me. I got to come back out and not foul.
Exactly. And then how important was it in the second half, like Coach said, and really come out with a lot of energy right off the get-go?
It was real important, me trying not to get a foul and score at the same time, but my teammates held me down, so I was there.
Talk about scoring your 1,000th point tonight. Were you aware that it was coming, or?
No, I never knew. It was a surprise, but it's just a great feeling.
And you're the second fastest St. John's player to reach that milestone. Obviously, it just happened, but what are the things that come to mind when you've reached that milestone? How does it feel?
It feels great to be the second person. I'm not going to look at it at no other way. I'm still come out and play at the same.
Aliyyah, what was the mood at halftime, and what were some of the keys to turning this game around and building that lead in the second half?
Well, first half we had our scorers in foul trouble like Aliyyah and Jay, so somebody had to step up and put some type of points on the board. The second half we had our two scorers back in, and it was just me back to being a point guard, and my teammates involved.
For you both, it seemed like the defensive intensity stepped up later on in the first half and into the second half. What were some of the keys for your success with your defensive play? Either one.
We just came out and played defense. Halftime, we just knew that it was time. It was crunch time for us to come out and just show them who we really are, and we did.
Aliyyah, there's a lot of competitive spirit on this team and a lot of players that really, it seems like, are fueled by that competitive edge. Is that one of the strong points you say at this team? You know, a lot of competitors, you guys don't like to lose, and you love a good matchup.
Yeah, that's just us. Everybody's competitive, even in practice. We all going to go at each other and make each other better. So if we're going against somebody else, we're going to go at you too.
Coach, maybe a word on Aliyyah reaching the 1,000 and being the second fastest out of 21. That's very impressive.
Who was the fastest?
Cosette Ballantyne.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, at any level, when you have a milestone, like scoring 1,000 points, whether it's high school, college, as you're growing, obviously, pros are a little different. But in high school and college, anytime you get to 1,000 points, obviously, it's a good barometer. It's not the only thing. She's obviously a gifted scorer, and I'm actually extremely proud of what she's done now on the defensive end. I think she's our best defender. She's improved her jump shot, which is her out-and-out score as well. But a great milestone for her as she becomes I think she's really becoming a complete player, which is why you see her on the preseason, wait list, which is great for her as well. And so we're happy for her. She knows, though, that these kids want to win, and she didn't know. And we didn't really say much to her about it, so she really didn't know that she was getting there. So I'm very happy for her, obviously, and it's a testament to her hard work.
I guess from your perspective, like I had mentioned before, the team's defense seemed to have stepped that up. What did you think that girls were able to do so successfully to be able to, get themselves playing well on the defensive end of the floor?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we still allowed them to get to their strengths a little bit, and so that bothered us. I think, though, they took, we talked about having some pride. I mean, obviously, as the year goes on, your team starts to develop its identity, and one thing in our program that we really stress is on the defensive side, and statistically speaking, we're doing the things that we want to do, and so that identity is starting to, really come together and come to fruition. So. The intensity level, I thought we did a better job on the kid 23 is a nice player for them. I thought their posts weren't as effective, which was a big part as well. but I was worried about number 22. I thought she had an ability to hurt us a little bit with her matchup, and she did a nice job. So we also rebounded better. No more second chance shots, and so I thought the first 4 minutes where we sped them up a little bit. I thought changing defenses helped speed them up and get us some runouts, which were important for us to score easy baskets. I think we struggled to score easily today, which is a testament to them as well. So I mean, I think we just had a better focus and sharpness to us in the second half that helped us.
Coach, do you feel like you wore them down a little bit because towards the end, different players were starting to score and get some open lanes? Do you think it was a matter of just sticking to it and staying aggressive?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were very disjointed. I thought because of having Aliyyah out, Jade out, trying to get these some rest. I mean, Amber played 40 minutes. The kid's like she's like an Iron Man. So I thought they did a good job rotating players in, doing some different things to us that we hadn't seen, which is good, which I'm happy about because we had a chance to see it. And but I thought that Denasia, paced us well, and then I thought Aaliyah Lewis. You go back to South Florida game, Aaliyah Lewis was the major difference on the defensive end, and her defense picked up and she was better. And I think she leads our point of attack, and made some adjustments at half, and they worked out for us. So I was happy.
Coach, you mentioned Lewis. Can you just go over 8 games now into her sophomore season, the comfort level you have with her running the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a pretty good place with her right now. And today was probably the first 20 minutes was probably the worst 20 minutes she's played all year. Maybe we jinxed her because we were talking about how she's done a great job of taking care of the ball, and we did that as a team as well. We come in at half with 12 turnovers. So, I think she's done a great job. She really had a tough time last year where she went. She had 10 straight games where she played, then she had to come off the bench. So her role changed mid-year, which happens to players, and she handled it. I thought. She struggled a little bit early, then by the end of the year she was really doing well, and now she's really taken on the role of being our leader and our point of attack both offensively and defensively, and because the way that she defends now, she's a tremendous asset for us, and she's shooting the ball well. So now you got to guard her. If teams want to give it up, then we're excited about her making shots.
Coach, tell me about Aliyyah Lewis's kind of her training and off-season regimen of. She's already made 5 threes this year. She only made 5 last year. Was it like 50 threes a day? Kind of walk me through how she became.
How many did she take?
Very few.
Just asking.
Yeah. Last year, threes.
Her frequency might be higher too, Ralph.
Yeah.
But
27.
no, it's more about her. It's repetition with her. Right. I think in the gym, we really worked on her feet. Both Coach Edwards and Coach Pelicane, tirelessly trying to get her to be consistent about how she shoots the ball, and then part of that becomes with confidence. So when she's seen the ball go through the net now, it's an important piece. So did she take 50 shots a day? I mean, I hope she took 300 shots a day. She may have told me she took 300 and took 50. So I hope that she did. I mean, but she's been in the gym. Someone asked about competing, and these kids compete. I mean, there's nothing else I can say about it. Similar to. Trying to catch up in a race, and all of a sudden they see a step, and then they turn it up. I mean, but that's just how they were. That's just how they're built. That's their DNA. And even looking at South Florida, the first time we were down at half, in a dogfight, and they just refused to kind of lose. So it's exciting for them to see the resiliency. But again, we got to get better. I mean, we've got to improve. We know that this is another game that shows us that we have to get better.
Coach, talk about the halftime adjustments. Zakira Lewis comes out in the first half, 13 points. You shut her down to 2 points in the second, shot 1 for 9 from 3. Traditionally a really good 3-point shooter. One of the things I noticed in the second half was you weren't allowing the ball reversal to get to her. Was that one of the halftime adjustments?
We talked about trying to limit her touches, and really trying to not let it flow through her a little bit. So something we certainly talked about and stressed. It's not always easy, and again, Aliyyah Lewis is guarding Lewis on the other team, and then being able to have to run the team. So she's doing a great job for us on both ends, and she had tough news this week personally. So to watch her get through that, losing a family member, and be able to play today was really important too. So, you know, I think, you know, she's done a great job, and she did a good job for us, and we tried to switch, you know, who we were throwing at her a little bit, you know, kind of mix it up.
What about how pleased are you with, I know Kyra Dunn up their minutes, 17 minutes today, and tonight Wade 13. How pleased are you with their production, helping you out in crunch time today?
I mean, we're going to need them to play. I was pleased even more with the 5 minutes they played against South Florida compared to the 13 and 17 they played today. We need our bench to be able to play, and again, we're trying to get to where we can use Amani and use Selena and be able to rotate guys in and Crystal and increase Crystal and Sox's minutes, but you know, you've got to also have that the right matchups and those things. So I've been pleased with. I mean, Kyra's given us a good, you know, boost. We feel that she does some really good things for us with her length. We feel that Tanoa and Crystal and Sox and even Amani, Selena, when they're available to come in and when we think the matchup's right, can really help us with their length as well. But also, you know, we need people who want to score. You know, first half there was one person on the floor who wanted to shoot the ball. You know, you're not going to score. So, you know, you've got to improve.
Talked about the play of Denasia Grant and what type of impact do you think she'll be able to make for the team throughout the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, she's been great. I mean, she's been everything we thought she could be. You know, my concern is that we've got to try to be able to get them some help. And, you know, and Denasia's got to be able to play both ends. And we talk about that all the time. And she's gifted. She's versatile. She's got strength. But we're challenging her to defend. And if we're going to be good, if we're going to be good in the Big East, she's the key defensively to being, you know, someone who can step up to the plate. So, you know, we're excited about where she's headed, and we've got to continue to improve and watch her improve too. But she does a great job scoring the ball. Her and Aliyyah both make big baskets, so does Jade. And Amber seems to somehow get on the ball somehow, some way, every game. So I've been pleased with how they've played.